Thanks, David, and here's one of tonight's stars, Steve Bull, who Wolves have just insured for £2 million, an indication of the value they place on a striker who cost them just £35,000 and whose scoring record is an incredible 122 goals in only 2.5 seasons. Well, Portsmouth believe they may have acquired a similar bargain in Guy Whittingham, who in his first campaign in professional football has scored 17 goals. That's just 3 less than Bull's total for the season, and it'll be fascinating to see who wins the battle of the strikers tonight. Portsmouth have named an unchanged team for the 6th game in a row, and they've lost only one of them. Defender Graham Hogg has recovered from a painful blow to the face at West Brom on Saturday during Pompey's 3rd draw in their last 4 games. Wolves are also unchanged after their splendid 3-2 win at Blackburn, which moved them to 6th in the table. 2 of the goals on Saturday were scored by Paul McLaughlin, who is replacement for Bull's normal striking partner, Andy Much, who's injured. Tonight's referee is David Ellery from Harrow-on-the-Hill. Come here with a splendid record, just 1 defeat in their last 9 league games. Good climb by Fillery. The ball knocked forward towards Whittingham, and Wolves certainly like to attack away from home, there's no question about that. They've got 24 goals in their away matches so far, and no team in the table can match that record. Have an early free kick here, which will give us an indication of the sharpness of Steve Bull and also Shane Wesley, the big number 4, who comes forward for these free kicks. Bull was the target, and he met it first, but Alan Knight quick to react. The Portsmouth goalkeeper, who had a magnificent game on Saturday at West Bromwich Albion and was largely responsible for that 0-0 draw. Chamberlain. Well met in the middle by Gary Stevens. Hazard. Warren Neal. Wigley wanted it short. The ball knocked into touch by Gary Bellamy. Hazard again. This is Neal. And the Wolves skipper gets the ball away again. Not a very good one, only as far as Black, and Whittingham nearly reached it, stretching well ahead of himself to try and control that loose ball. Hogg meeting it well, no fear of the injury which he suffered on Saturday, and he's got a real shiner of a black eye to prove it. Whittingham waiting for the high ball to drop from goalkeeper Knight, and it's certainly gone an awful long way. Chamberlain, the only Portsmouth man prepared to chase it, but a goal kicked the outcome. And another big crowd here at Portsmouth, the average of around 10,000 for league matches this season, maintained here tonight for the attractive opposition of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who could go into 4th place in the table if they win here. He had it clear again by Bellamy. Fillery coming in with the shot, and that was a good effort. Fillery always keen to have a crack, no matter what the distance or difficulty of the angle, and he certainly tested Kendall then, and Portsmouth around the corner. Chamberlain to take it short to Wigley. Hazard. Fillery again, whose shot produced the corner. It's a good little chip as well, and Hazard chasing, but not quick enough to get there ahead of the Wolves keeper. Black going in, and right behind him was Kevin Ball, the Portsmouth skipper, and he meets it again. Chamberlain. And the home fans felt they should have had a free kick then. The referee has waved play on. Hogg, and safely back to Knight. Warren Neal has Wigley outside him. It's a good ball for Hazard. But Bellamy met it quickly. And looking for Bull and finding him as well. And Bull's control let him down then. It is one of the features of his game that people say will stop him being a real success at the very highest international level. I'm quite sure he'll find a place in Bobby Robson's squad for Italy. Hazard let that drop, but it wasn't the correct decision because Thompson was the only man behind him. And Chamberlain did well then to force the error, although Wolves have got the throw. Certainly put Thompson under a lot of pressure. That's a good ball from McLaughlin. The first time ball down the right was always going to be too strong for Tim Steele. Stevens. Look for Whittingham, but straight over the top to Bellamy, who plays it straight back in again, and Bull tried the little flick on, but Ball was aware of the danger. Wigley forward, minds with Hazard, but that's a bad ball by Hazard, straight to Dennison. And Hogg gets it away. Well, the feature of Guy Whittingham's play is that he will go for absolutely anything. So willing to chase seemingly lost causes, and he's forced the free kick, the foul by Bellamy. This is Wigley. Neal with the quick throw, but the referee wasn't happy with it. Fillery feeling the throw wasn't taken in the right place, and Portsmouth feeling that they were penalised then. But here's Wigley again, and that's a foul by Mark Venus, who is left back. Players all keen to take the kick, and Ball and Hogg, the obvious targets, for them on the edge of the box. It's played in short to Neal instead. It was quite clever. It wrong-footed Wolves for the moment, but the cross which followed wasn't really up to the standard. That was a good climb by Cook, flicked on cleverly by McLaughlin. But again, the ball just played a little bit too crisply. Hazard dispossessed. Dennison. Venus. Oh, that's a clever little dummy by Bull, but it didn't quite come off. And certainly he's busy and always alive to opportunities in these opening stages. An enormous kick, and it was so big that even the huge figure of Wesley, who's about 6'2", couldn't reach it. You play a little scrappy in these opening stages. It really needs somebody to get the ball down on the ground. Spent far too much time in the air. Thompson for Wolves. McLaughlin held on towards Bull. An interception again, but still a rather aimless nature to the attacking play. In fact, it's mainly consisted so far of long clearances from either half. There's another one from Venus. Bull going up strongly with Hogg. last thing you want is another bang in the face after the one he got on Saturday. Free kick to Portsmouth. Ball with a kick. Chamberlain was the target, but well met by Bellamy. Now as far as Fillery. Good interception by Cook. And ball again just took a little bit too much time perhaps to get it under control then. And limping away from that challenge in midfield. Ball for Portsmouth. Easily won back by Downing. And now Dennison. And that's a good ball from McLaughlin to chase. Fine tackle by Ball. Perfectly timed, and it had to be, of course, because with the opposing player in the penalty area, if he'd got that wrong, he could have been in real trouble. And from it, Portsmouth break encouragingly now with Chamberlain. And now Wigley. Whittingham is on the far post, calling for the ball to be played in high. Wigley took a little bit too much time, but it does at least get a corner out of it. Wolves second of the game, with 10 minutes gone. Knocked back to Hazard. Well, he didn't quite get the shot right. Certainly there was nobody marking him at all. And another aimless ball played forward by Wolves, who haven't really settled into the kind of football that they obviously can play. Long ball over the top. But Mickey Hazard then really did get himself away from his marker when the corner was played to him short. He has a real free role in this Portsmouth team, ranges across the field, and is always likely to get into scoring positions. Ball chasing at the other end. And a fair challenge, says the referee, by Ball. Whittingham watching it and getting there as well. But, it's quite a windy night, but still no excuse for the fact that nobody's really tried to build up play from the back. Stevens watched that all the way. Finds Whittingham. Quickly dispossessed. Venus had no route back to his own goalkeeper. And his clearance picked up by Fillery. This is Wigley. Fillery again. And his presence forced the mistake by Bellamy, which has given Portsmouth another corner. Whittingham is a handful for any defender. His willingness to chase, harry and challenge defenders even when they're in possession, a real part of his game. Oh, that was a good header clear. A Bull, in fact. Steele, only challenged by Black to the delight of the crowd. Adapting into this new role of his at left back. This is Andy Thompson, tiny figure, only 5 feet 4 inches tall. Flicked on to Ball. McLaughlin on again. And that's a foul on Steele. I saw them scored a couple of goals earlier this season in a match against Ipswich from free kicks. Bull in particular, the obvious man to watch. But both Bellamy and Wesley are up here, but not with a free kick like that. And it's strange how virtually every pass so far has been overhit by both teams. Whittingham dispossessed. It was a good header by Wesley. Free kick to Portsmouth. The foul on Fillery. Wolves more or less behind Portsmouth backs in this first half. Waiting an age before delivering the free kick, and it wasn't a good one when it finally came in. See if Wigley can produce a bit of magic. Well, he certainly went round the first man, Venus, very easily, but Bellamy was there to clear. Wigley again. Hazard. Tailed in towards Hogg, who'd stayed up from the previous free kick. Mistakes being made by Wolves in front of their own goal, but Downing finally comes away with the ball. It was well won back by Fillery, and the furious challenge as he was on the ground, it was Neil rather. And the referee wants to have a word with the offending Wolves players then, because two of them went in on Warren Neal, and indeed the referee is going to bring out the notebook. Paul Cook, the man, I think, who we will caution. And this is why. Neal had gone down with the first challenge here. The ball then ran on loose. So Cook caution, the free kick to Portsmouth, and this is Warren Neal again. It's a good-looking ball as well. Hogg was waiting then for it to drop, but this is McLaughlin for Wolves. Given away, Black wins it back, now Chamberlain. And the shot opening up for Chamberlain. Well, it was well wide in the end, but it was a good effort. Mark Chamberlain, who scored 4 goals this season, seeing the opportunity. Stevens up well, Fillery behind him. Venus, this is Downing, and now Dennison for Wolves. Warren Neal couldn't find Wigley, and Venus in very quickly with the challenge. Wigley, and he was certainly fouled by Dennison. Fillery again, Warren Neal. Fillery, Downing in quickly, and the free kick has gone against Portsmouth this time, fouled by Gary Stevens. 16 minutes gone, no goals and no real goal-bound efforts apart from the early shot by Fillery, but here's Bull in possession now for Wolves. McLaughlin pulling away for him into the centre as well. Goes in short to Cook. Over everybody's heads to Steele, and Steele tries to work the opening and just took a bit too much time. Black with the challenge. A good little ball back in though. Bull was there again, and the linesman was flagged, and indeed the referee agrees corner. I think it was the physical presence of Bull then that created all the problems. It must be a nightmare for goalkeepers seeing him coming in at you. And Bull now is in a position inside the penalty area for the resultant corner. Bellamy there on the near post. It's played into him, and indeed he won it. He played it back, but the referee decided, I think, the ball went out of play, or there was a bit of pushing anyway. Thompson. And that was a good challenge, winning the ball back. Hazard spinning away from 2 tackles and doing very well. It comes back to Stevens. Forward by Black. And this is better. Chamberlain. Looked for Fillery, but it wasn't a very good ball. And held back to goalkeeper Kendall. Back again by Fillery. Play forward by Thompson. Another long ball. McLaughlin chasing it well. Kevin Ball right behind him. But now Black for Portsmouth. They're given away once again. And really, the standard of the opening 15 minutes or so has been very disappointing here. Perhaps Chamberlain can bring a bit of life to the game. And indeed, he wins a free kick. Fillery. And again, the ball overhit. And it really is crying out for someone to just try and calm things down here. It's all been a bit frenetic and panicky. It's an important match, of course, for both teams for very different reasons. Wolves very much on the fringe of the pack of clubs chasing promotion. Portsmouth certainly not away from danger completely yet, despite their recent revival. Here's Wigley. Stevens. Good play by Gary Stevens. Hazard. Wigley again. Now Stevens. Header football. Well, and Fillery nearly got the opportunity for a shot on target. One back well by Fillery. This is Ball. Ball is still down injured. Turned forward by McLaughlin. Ball wins it back again. I think Ball will help it all the way back, and Steve Bull is still lying injured inside the Wolves half. Challenged by Wigley, who certainly isn't known for his physical excesses in the tackle. And Bull in some pain still. In the end, Kendall had to throw the ball out to enable Bull to receive treatment. We can see exactly how Bull's injury came about here. Wigley chasing that loose ball back. He went in certainly wholeheartedly. For my money, he was trying to win the ball, and it was accidental. Bull may not agree, of course. The referee saw nothing wrong with it. Back on his feet and able to continue, and obviously when you've just insured a player for £2 million, there were a lot of anxious faces on the Wolves management bench when he went down injured. Sportingly, Portsmouth took the throw in and gave it straight back to Wolves. Midway through the first half then, and still the game not really come to life. Magnificent header then by Hogg, but almost inevitably, the way the pattern of the game is developing, it went out of play rather than to a teammate. Thompson middle throw. Steele was the target. One back by Black for Portsmouth. And it's another throw. Thompson got a lot more distance on it this time, but Hogg was there to intercept. Wigley getting booed by the small section of Wolves fans for the earlier challenge on Bull. Well, there was no malicious intent on his part, I'm sure. That was a good ball by him to Hazard, and held back to him again. And Venus made sure the ball was forced over the line for a Portsmouth throw. Quickly back to Hazard. Neal. Good play by Warren Neal. Hazard is there again. tailed in dangerously towards Whittingham. The dropping ball just looped invitingly for the Wolves goalkeeper, Ken. And then as the ball was won back by Graham Hogg, it found, I think it was Chamberlain in an offside position. Shane Wesley with the free kick for Wolves. Pulled up well, but Warren Neal gets the loose ball away from danger. Flicked back by Cook, and suddenly Wigley on the chase. Good header again by Graham Hogg. And yet again, the ball breaking this time towards Whittingham. Kendall trying to direct his kick towards Bull, and he finds him. Gary Stevens is there under pressure now from Downing. Stevens does well. Black. Good challenge, but it breaks for Fillery. Downing wins it back. A really competitive little midfield play, and he wasn't happy with that challenge from Mickey Fillery. The referee wasn't too delighted with it either, and he calls Fillery over. Gets a stern rebuke, and referee David Ellery, and Wolves get the free kick. Shane Wesley to take it. Hitting high towards Bull is a difficult one this one, Knight, but Bull suddenly stooped and let the ball go over his head. Wigley forward, Whittingham. Did well, Warren Neal. And that was a disappointing ball by Neal. Follow one Portsmouth arrow, one of their own. Neal. It's a better kick by Knight, aimed at Chamberlain. Helped on by Black. Whittingham's little layoff. Good play by Fillery again. Neal. And he did well. This is Wigley, Whittingham on the far post, but he didn't get the crossing quick enough. Hazard, Fillery again. But obviously it took too much time because Chamberlain was out on the left and really screaming for the ball. Hazard. Run back by Cook, and now Downing for Wolves. McLaughlin. And every challenge that Hogg has made so far has been crisp and clean. Gary Stevens. Good ball. Hazard. Only got Whittingham to play for. Came off the defender and helped back well by Bellamy. Although Campbell really had to stretch to prevent it going behind for a corner. Chamberlain, Whittingham, that's a good little header. Chamberlain, Thompson immediately across to cover, and a free kick. Downing with the foul, and then he prevented Chamberlain from taking the free kick, and quite rightly, Keith Downing will become the second player to be shown the yellow card because he quite deliberately fouled Chamberlain in the first place and then stopped him taking the free kick quickly. And that's good refereeing. Who was doubtful for this game because of a groin injury, now gets cautioned. Fillery with the kick. Hazard. Chamberlain is there again. Just no space at all in which to turn, though, for Mark Chamberlain. And inevitably, he held on to possession so long, there could be only one outcome, and there was. He lost it. Stevens goes in with the tackle, has hurt himself. And Hogg again with a very, very crisp tackle. Harry Stevens, meanwhile, down injured. And the Wolves players reacted quickly to call the physio on because they knew he'd got a pretty painful crack. Harry Stevens has about 10 days left of his extended loan period from Tottenham Hotspur and has done a really good job here. I'm watching anxiously the substitutes, Martin Cool and Jimmy Gilligan. Steve Bull seems to have recovered from the knock he received earlier. He really is aptly named because he is tough as old boots. Well, just a couple of decent passes would do, wouldn't it? It's bloody awful, isn't it? So Stevens fit to continue, and the substitutes will have to wait. And the throw in towards Bull. It was a decent little layoff as well. Cook couldn't reach it, though. Minutes to half-time, still 0-0. Whittingham chasing the ball, but Kendall always favoured to get there ahead of him. Whittingham really not getting any kind of service at all to enable him to show the kind of prowess that's brought him 17 goals this season. Stevens was climbing all over the back of Downing then, and the referee ideally placed to award the free kick to Wolves. The skipper Bellamy will take it. Strange sort of ball for McLaughlin. And the downward header only reached Stevens, and now Wigley. Took too long, Venus intercepts. And Kevin Ball making no mistakes at all with the clearance. Wolves still going forward, Cook turning it on, and then Downing turning it on as well. McLaughlin's in there. Well, the shot came from Downing. Chamberlain trying to work his way back as Bull threatened danger. Black with the spectacular clearance, finding Hazard. So there's real threat on the Portsmouth goal. Here's Whittingham. Wigley. Disappointing ball. Charged away by Wesley. Wigley kept it in play. Now Neal. On again for Whittingham to chase. But really, he did well even to reach that. No real hope of controlling it properly. Hogg has had a splendid game. Turned forward again, though, by Cook. McLaughlin onto the loose ball. And Bull didn't have time to reach it. Black did. Hazard, that was a good ball. He was really thumped from behind by Wesley. The referee's allowed play to go on, and it hasn't turned into Portsmouth's advantage. Wolves back in possession now with Tim Steele. A very good tackle by Chamberlain. Portsmouth back in possession now. Hazard. This is better. Warren Neal. Wigley on the right. Venus across to challenge him, but he skipped away from him well. Played it surely too far ahead, though, for Neal. Splendid clearance. Ball. Fillery. Hazard. On towards Stevens. And then cleared again by Wesley. Challenged by Ball. Pumped the ball from the halfway line to the edge of the other area. Bull's header, and cleanly swept back by Kevin Black. Whittingham underneath that towering kick again. Cook's clearance was not a good one at all. Chamberlain. And that's a Wolves throw, I'm afraid. Bull. And Bull in a very unaccustomed position for him. Cook forward. That's a good ball for McLaughlin to chase. And it was a very strong challenge by Kevin Ball. That'll be a Wolves free kick. 10 minutes remaining in the first half. And neither goalkeeper really seriously tested as yet. Cook. Bull chasing it again. And you can see how he gets so many goals. He was the only man to really react then when the ball came into the area. Just a few moments ago, he was back clearing the ball in his own half of the field. And now Bull takes up the position, as though he's supporting the goalpost rather than hovering near it. And Guy Whittingham, the opposite striker, back helping out as a defender. Wesley going up well. Bull was there. Well, it's gone in by the skipper. Bellamy on the near post, profiting from Bull's targeted header across to him. And Wolves are in front in the 36th minute. Bull did splendidly then. He'd been the man who earned the corner virtue in the first place. The header right across the danger area. And Bellamy had a very simple task of heading in, only his second goal of the season. And Wolves are in front. Although Bull is renowned, of course, as a goal scorer, he proved then that his very presence in the penalty area can also lead to him creating goals. And the scorer, Gary Bellamy. So a real problem now for Portsmouth, who haven't really managed to get their game together as yet, and they're now going to have a great deal of problems against a team who are dangerous in front. McLaughlin laid on by Dennison to Venus. McLaughlin's there again. Warren Neal. And Portsmouth would dearly love to get something back before half-time here. It's going to be very difficult for them now. Bellamy proves he's as good a defender as he is goal scorer with that pumping header away. McLaughlin, Stevens, Whittingham, Neal, and Dennison. Working hard to get the ball back to Bellamy. Back it goes again to Dennison. Good play by Wolves. They've got confidence now from the goal, although Bellamy gives it away to Fillery. Downing upends Gary Stevens, but comes out with the ball. And Fillery proves he's just as tenacious in the tackle as well. And suddenly the pace of the game has picked up and it's exciting now. Another good tackle by Hogg, this time on Bull. And the Portsmouth crowd delighted that the throw has gone their way. At least there's an edge to the game for the first time, albeit a rather unfortunate way to acquire that edge as far as Portsmouth are concerned, because they're a goal behind. Forward by Black, Whittingham the target. Bellamy got it clear. Good play by Stevens. Wiggling. Oh, curled him beautifully, but there was just no real power to take it to the intended target of Guy Whittingham. But at least Portsmouth have a corner. 6 minutes before half-time. They trail by a 0-0 here against the team in 6th place in the 2nd division. Wigley's corner driven across, could have gone anywhere. Bellamy got it clear. Warren Neal onto the loose ball, but dispossessed, and an interesting break on now. What a good tackle again. Helped back, this time by Hazard, and Kevin Ball further back. But Kenny Black's challenge then in midfield really did save a potentially dangerous situation as far as Portsmouth were concerned. Wesley's header clear. This is Chamberlain. Portsmouth have had to come back from a deficit more than once this season. And of course, they've done so in some pretty spectacular matches. Remember the recent home game against Newcastle United here. And they've got plenty of the game here. But now, Dennison on the run for Wolves. They lead 1-0. Cook calling for the ball in the middle. 5 minutes to half-time. Comes in towards Bull on the near post. Headed away by Hogg. Straight to Chamberlain. Buzz of expectancy from the crowd. Chamberlain off on one of those dazzling runs. Perhaps. Short instead to Hazard. Wigley. There's Warren Neal outside him. And finds him. Played it behind him. Hazard. Fillery. Suddenly the ball breaks loose, and it's a good effort by Black, who scored that splendid first-minute goal in the recent home match against Swindon from a similar position. And Wolves happy to clear the ball anyway. As it came out from the challenge, Fillery just about finding Hazard, and Black knew where the goal was, and it was a good effort, with Kendall right behind it. Fillery again. Now Warren Neal. It's a good ball forward as well. Stevens getting into intelligent space now. Neal forward, offside though against Whittingham. Underneath it. Hazard given away though to Dennison. Bull shouting with the ball in the middle. Wide to Steele. And Steele goes round his man beautifully. That's a good looking cross as well. Danger here. Wouldn't sit down for Downing. Venus wins it back with a good challenge on Wigley. Doing well as Portsmouth's twin centre-backs tonight. Venus forward, Downing is there again. Now Fillery for Portsmouth. Chamberlain. Tackled quickly by Thompson. The ball breaks to Steele now. Thompson. It's a good one for Bull to chase. And Bull chases it successfully. And Kevin Ball just got a foot in the way. And the ball goes behind for a corner. And remember, it was from the previous corner but Wolves got their goal. Two minutes to half-time. Certainly Portsmouth know the drill here. They know the players they have to mark, and in particular Gary Bellamy. Bull takes up the identical position on the far post. Wesley there is an added danger, the tall number 4 for Wolves. He went to meet it, but well saved by Knight, who was bowled over as he took the ball. The referee's given the free kick back. And maybe the goal kick, but certainly Portsmouth relieved that Knight's handling was so good under pressure then. And you can see exactly why the referee decided that was a foul. Chamberlain's header at the other end. Venus. Bull, nice little layoff from McLaughlin. A minute to go to half-time. Wolves leading 1-0. McLaughlin couldn't get it back to Bull, was the intention. And Neal slices his clearance out of play. back to Chamberlain. This is Fillery. That's a nice ball as well for Black. Fillery back in support. Fillery with a long ball forward for Whittingham. Chamberlain was there as well, but good defending by Bellamy. Chamberlain always lively though, and whenever he's in possession you believe that Portsmouth could do something. Now into time being added for stoppages in the first half. And Hogg has won every header. Hazard. This is Neal. Looked for Stevens, but made the interception all too easy for Mark Venus. That's a splendid ball as well for Bull. Helped out to Steele. Bull and McLaughlin in the middle as the targets for him, but he goes in alone. It's a fine run. Oh, and the shot deflected away, and relief all over the faces of Portsmouth fans. And suddenly Chamberlain on the counter-attack. Wigley. Good play by Wigley. Warren Neal. Whittingham on the far post here. What a good tackle that was, though. He never had a hope of making that pass. Venus kept his eye on the ball, and the tackle was perfectly executed. We had over a minute of injury time, so they better get on with it. Wigley took too much time. Cleared to McLaughlin. And he did well. This is Steele. Bull wants it again, played in early. Cleared by Kevin Ball. Straight back to Steele. It's a good little ball as well for Downing. Bull, who else in the middle? So is Dennison, and so is McLaughlin, but Alan Knight once again shows he had a safe pair of hands under pressure. Whittingham, Stevens, and now Hazard. Warren Neal. Fillery coming more and more into the game now. Fillery. Look for Whittingham. Never found him. McLaughlin. Turn Hogg. Hogg was a bit unfortunate, he fell over, but he still got the tackle in. And I must say the tackling by Hogg and Kevin Ball has been of a higher standard, and that's prevented more openings really for Bull and McLaughlin, the Wolves strikers. Here's Bull though. Turn back to Steele. Now Downing. Changes it nicely to Mark Venus on this near side. Dennison back again to the left back. He's done well here, Venus. Bull is on the far post. Oh, you cannot leave Steve Bull with an inch of room, and that is the final piece of action of the first half. The scorer, Gary Bellamy, from a header across goal by Steve Bull. Disappointing match, a little bit scrappy. We'd like to see more football, I'm sure, in the second half. And Portsmouth know that they've got a job on their hands here to get back into the game against a Wolves side that always looked so dangerous on the break. The half-time score, Portsmouth 0, Wolves 1. We're back after the break.
Swansea 0, Cardiff 1, Rotherham 0, Wigan 1.
So the second half underway. Wolves now attacking the goal to our right, and Portsmouth have made a substitution during the half-time interval. Jimmy Gilligan coming on for Mickey Hazard. So that presumably is an attempt, unless there was an injury to Hazard that we weren't aware of, presumably an attempt by Frank Burrows to add a little bit more firepower up front, and certainly needed, because Guy Whittingham has had a really low role. And Jimmy Gilligan, bought from Cardiff earlier in the season, who scored the late equaliser here against Newcastle, will be very keen to get involved. With a dangerous back pass there, and Gilligan has got 3 goals altogether this season. And we'll be pushing up alongside Guy Whittingham as Portsmouth change their tactics for this second half. Gilligan gets his first touch as well, out to Wigley on the right. Venus is with him. It's a Portsmouth throw. Wigley Gilligan with a good layoff as well. And in he comes first time towards Whittingham. Never got there, though. Wesley's header clear. Bull chasing at the other end. And I must say, Graham Hogg has really impressed me tonight, because every tackle and every header, he's been first there. Bull. Downing did well. Steele. And Steele pulls away. It's a dangerous looking cross. Headed away by, or knocked away rather, by Stevens. The shot from Cook. And Gilligan neatly playing it back to Mark Chamberlain. Well, I wonder what Frank Burrows' thoughts were during the half-time interval. He clearly decided that Portsmouth have got to be more aggressive and adventurous in this second half. And here's the man he brought on to ensure that, Jimmy Gilligan, who wins another throw. Fillery. Stevens. Bit of a 50-50 ball, and sure enough, Black has lost out to Steele. McLaughlin and Bull in the middle, and it wasn't a good enough cross by Steele, and really, he should have done a lot better. Frank Burrows wouldn't have been very pleased with that breakdown in communication between his midfield players. Here's Gilligan, though. Couldn't control it. Wesley forward. Wolves looking dangerous again. Steele on the right. Black across to cover. Steele's done well here. Cook. In towards Bull, and too high for him. He's always the target whenever Wolves attack. It seems to be their first thought, and why not? Given away again by Portsmouth. Well, one back, this is Fillery, and they lose it just as quickly. Fillery and Cook challenging for possession now. Black. Lovely skill by Black. This is Fillery, and Black gets it back again. Better stuff. Gilligan the target, and he got the shot in. Just took a deflection as he hit it, so goalwards. But at least he's given Portsmouth a different option. Game, of course, they've got to go and try and save now, being a goal down. Here's Gilligan. Did well. Chamberlain takes over. The shot again blocked, this time by Wesley. Thompson's header wasn't a good one. Oh, Whittingham nearly got a shot on target. Stevens wins it back. Now, was that a foul? The linesman is flagging furiously, and linesman and referee disagreed then. The linesman actually gave Portsmouth the free kick. As Gary Stevens is making the point now, but referee Ellery has given it the other way. Whittingham couldn't control it, turned back by Bellamy. Kendall will launch another skyrocket, I'm sure. Bellamy pushing his other defenders upfield. And there was a foul then by Ball on Bull. Wesley chipped in again towards Bull, but well, you certainly give him a lot of service. Sometimes, of course, it comes off, and as often as not, it doesn't. Wesley with a big header forward. The linesman is in fact given offside against Bull. Not a marginal decision, but he was perfectly placed. Insisting the free kick is taken from the precise spot where offside occurred. Kevin Ball with the kick for Portsmouth. They still trail here by 1-0. Turned on by Whittingham. Gilligan there again. Cleared once more by Bellamy. Back it comes from Hogg, but the header dropping straight to Steele. Thompson forward, left-footed. Hogg underneath it again. Now Black for Portsmouth. Good little flick onto Fillery. He rather cheekily played the ball straight against Steele to win the throw and finds Chamberlain. It's a bit optimistic that, but Gilligan is going to chase it anyway. Well, at least they got something out of it. Wesley panicked a little bit. And again, Portsmouth wanting to take the throw quickly, but no one really showing for Chamberlain here. Finally, Wigley appears and does rather well. The header clear by Bellamy. Wigley's in there again. Downing with the challenge, and that was a good tackle as well on McLaughlin in the end from Hogg. But Wolves do break forward very quickly, and this is Venus, the left fullback. Decent effort. It took a slight deflection, and that took the sting out of it. Kick finds Gilligan, who took it down well, but the ball ran loose and he couldn't control it. Brought back by Cook. Flicked on again by Ball. McLaughlin in here dangerously, but Kevin Ball read the danger. His clearance aimed at Chamberlain. Won back by Thompson though for Wolves. Now Downing. Cook. Downing again. Good combination between Downing and Cook. And a good ball for Venus on the left. Wigley's gone across to provide the barrier towards goal. Dennison takes over. And they're playing better football now, Wolves. As Neal gets it clear, Venus wins it back again. But it's Portsmouth in possession now with Wigley. And forward again to Gilligan. The commanding figure of Gary Bellamy, the man who scored the Wolves' first half goal. Bellamy has been just as effective as Graham Hogg and Kevin Ball at the other end. Having said that, ball is beaten this time and it comes to McLaughlin. Dennison. Danger here. Chamberlain didn't get there ahead of Steele. That was a good tackle though by Gary Stevens, and suddenly Kevin Ball breaks from his defensive duties. And a good ball for Whittingham. Chamberlain is with him. Chamberlain could go all the way here. Well, the first bit of real excitement that the Portsmouth fans have been able to enjoy. Chamberlain in full flow, but Mark Kendall right behind the shot. Stevens, who did so much to initiate that fine attacking movement. And here he is again, showing his quality in the middle of the field, but this time outnumbered. Cook for Wolves. Good ball. Steele. Bull and McLaughlin in the middle, and Dennison as well. But hit much too high and too far. Whittingham leaving the ball here for Chamberlain, and it was the situation that Mark Chamberlain has relished over the years. Wrong footing the defender, good effort, well saved. And the ball really hanging in the wind, which seems to be stronger now in the second half. Dennison turns it on. Bull is there, so is Kevin Ball. Venus. Downing dispossessed by Fillery. Now Wigley, can he keep it in? He has done so. And well, Chamberlain, crowd warning him that Steele is right behind him. Black. in towards Whittingham. And Wesley gets it clear. It's another throw to Portsmouth, though. Signs of encouragement in the early stages of this second half. Guy Whittingham has got himself a partner up front now in Jimmy Gilligan, and Portsmouth look more effective because of it. Here's Chamberlain. Good deep cross, and there was a bit of pushing going on. The referee has allowed play to go on, and Gilligan is dispossessed by Dennison. And he's unlucky not to win the corner then. Ball with the header. Looked like a foul on Fillery by Downing, and that's indeed the decision. Free kick already taken. Wigley in possession for Portsmouth, but not for long. They get it back rather fortuitously, and here's Wigley again. Lovely play by Stevens. His quality shining through this game. Here's Wigley again. Cleared by Wesley. Fillery's header. There's always danger, though, when Wolves counter-attack like this. They get men forward so quickly. Downing in possession. McLaughlin ahead of him. It's a good ball as well, is it? No, just too far. The wind ensured that it was carried an extra yard forward. Portsmouth manager urging greater effort from his side, but he must be pleased at the spirit they've shown at the start of the second half. Chamberlain. Good effort. He flicks it on again, but good covering this time. McLaughlin, nice little flick. Bull. And Hogg across to cover quickly again. Dennison. Wigley's tackle, and certainly it's gone Portsmouth's way. Whether it's a throw or a free kick, I'm not sure. Throw it is. The throw, I don't think, was taken from the right place. The referee's made them bring the ball back anyway. Forward by Downing. Neal trying to keep it in play here. Well, Wolves' away record this season has been very impressive, and thanks in no small measure to their travelling fans, and they've even made this long midweek trip down to the south coast. They've enjoyed what they've seen so far, but might be apprehensive of the way that Portsmouth are playing at the start of this second half here. Steele brought down by Blackwell. And cheekily lays it off to Whittingham. Space opens up for Whittingham, and now for Stevens. Well, great ooh and ah from the crowd, but as he hit it, the challenge from Shane Wesley was just enough to put him off his stride, Gary Stevens. Stevens, who scored in his second game in Wolves colours in the home match against Bradford City, skying it well wide as it happens. Cook forward. Oh, well won by Ball. Fillery. This is dangerous. Whittingham really putting Bellamy under a lot of pressure here, and Whittingham still going for it. And if it hadn't been for the interception by Kendall, Whittingham could have found himself with a clear shot on target then. And certainly Portsmouth playing a great deal better in this second half. But still the ever-present danger of a Wolves counter-attack, particularly with Bull as the spearhead. Downing back. Ooh, that was a terrific challenge between Downing and Stevens. Fortunately, they both got up straight away. Back in again from Venus. Ball's clearance. Chamberlain. Black. Well, he had to turn away from danger. And Kevin Ball with a long ball. Venus. Wigley putting him under pressure. He really needs somebody to get control of it again in the middle of the field. Perhaps that man is Cook. Steele. Steele helping it back to Cook again. Good effort, well saved. Alan Knight, quick to get across his goal then. A little layoff to Cook. He spotted Knight just moving to his right, but he got back left quickly enough. The wind definitely getting stronger now, and that's helping Wolves' cause. It's basically blowing behind them.
Terry Young, please report to main reception.
And always danger from the corner, as we saw in the first half. Knight got there with a good fist and was fouled, in fact. The referee did well to spot that in that crowd of players. But I'm sure Portsmouth are very apprehensive every time Wolves get a corner. Bull, a constant threat. Fillery got up well then, although the referee decided that Gilligan had been climbing over the Wolves player, and the free kick has gone against Portsmouth. 18 minutes into the second half here, and Portsmouth still trailing by a goal to nil. Remember, they've won only 3 of their 16 matches at home this season. As Bellamy hits the free kick in again towards Bull. Ball heads it clear though. Now Neal for Portsmouth. Bellamy there again, but he's beaten this time and gets it back when he least expected it. And then forward by Cook, and that's a good ball. And Knight have to be quick and brave, and it comes back to Steele. Took too long. And Black fouled him. Well, Knight was chasing furiously back towards his own goal then. And Steele realised that and tried to quickly get himself into a position where he could chip or lob the keeper. Black came across and brought him down, and the referee has decided that the challenge was worthy of a caution, but Knight did very well, although the kick was a very flat one. This is where Steele tried to get it back in quickly. Black stood in his way, and it was a blatant shoulder charge. I'm not really sure it was worth a caution, though. Free kick to Wolves then, and they still lead by that Gary Bellamy first half goal. Cook with the kick, swirled in dangerously in the wind, and Bull again getting away from his marker. Well, Bull has this marvellous ability, when you think he's tightly marked, to suddenly spin away from people and find space for himself over his head and Dennison's. Chamberlain. Whittingham helped it on, it came off Bellamy. Venus will play it safely back. Oh, well up by Bull. McLaughlin right behind him, and the shot again by Bull. Well, he really is so lively. It was easy to see Steve Bull has been such an effective force over the last 2 seasons, an incredible 52 goals in the Wolves' promotion from the 4th division, 51 in their promotion from the 3rd, and 20 so far this. An injury to Graham Hogg in the build-up to that Wolves attack. Well, he's a tough Scot. He's playing with a black eye anyway, so a bruised shin's not going to make a great deal more difference to him. looks as though there's going to be a second substitution here by Portsmouth. Martin Cool is the remaining player on the bench. As Gilligan, the other substitute, plays it forward for Whittingham to chase here. Bellamy did well. Good defending by Gary Bellamy then. He was under real pressure and got it back to Kendall quite safely. Whittingham chasing back into his own half to try and dispossess Downing. Dennison. Good play. This is Thompson. Dennison again. Cook. Clever little ball, but a bit too clever for his own players because they didn't read it. Well, Portsmouth must try and build on the promising start they've made to this second half. Midway through the half, in fact, now, and time running out. Fillery. Chamberlain. Portsmouth still a goal down. Chamberlain hit it straight at Downing. One back by Steele for Wolves, and now Venus. Quick ball in for McLaughlin. Kevin Ball's header dropping straight to Bull, though, and now Steele. They've got three men forward here, Wolves. Steele in possession. Bull and McLaughlin in the middle. And really, that was a terribly wasted cross by Tim Steele, who's been a big disappointment tonight for Wolves. Joined them about a year ago from Shrewsbury Town, one of the clubs, or former clubs, of their present manager Graham Turner, but he has wasted so many crosses tonight. And the kick held up by the wind again. Chamberlain had to race back to dispossess Steele. Wigley's getting a little bit lost out there on the far side, not really getting into the game. Here's Cook, and now Steele again. Thompson for Wolves. Hit towards Bull, and the header was where he intended McLaughlin to go, but McLaughlin didn't go there. Simple as that. Wigley forward. Gilligan. Back in to Stevens. Oh, given away badly to Venus. And now Bull dispossessed. And the match going through a little aimless period of play again after a bright start to this second half and a good ending to the first. Bellamy's header, helped back by Cook, and Venus even further back, and it's clear that Wolves would be quite happy with the scoreline as it stands at present. At the end of the game, that's a good header by Bull for McLaughlin. Out to Steele again. Good tackle by Kevin Ball. Ball and Hogg have been absolute rocks at the back for Portsmouth tonight. And they've had a couple of difficult customers to handle in Bull and McLaughlin. Here's Cook now for Wolves. Good ball. Black read it well and wins it back. Gilligan was definitely nudged then by Shane Wesley, and at that moment Portsmouth are going to make their second substitution. Gary Stevens will be the player coming off. I think he got a knock in a tackle a little earlier. He certainly played well, Gary Stevens. Distributed the ball very neatly. He makes way now for Martin Cool. Another man who can get forward and provide plenty of firepower. Scored 7 goals already this season and only really lost his place because of his 3-match suspension after collecting 8 bookings. Free kick it is. Fillery will take it. Oh, they all stood still and Whittingham didn't. And Portsmouth have equalised. Warren near with the cross. Everybody stood still in the goal mouth. But Guy Whittingham has had that kind of season when he has responded as others have dallied. And that's his 18th goal of the season. Fillery playing the ball, into the right back position, Neil across, and Whittingham the quickest to respond. Although Tim Steele really will be disappointed that he didn't get there ahead of him, as Neil played it into the danger zone. 1-1 the score then, with just a little under 20 minutes to go, and Frank Burrows' substitutions have worked, I guess you could say, because Portsmouth have looked a lot better now in this second half. 1-1 the score, and in the battle between the strikers, it's Whittingham who's on target, but here's Bull at the other end trying to do just the same and winning the corner. And the game has really come to life again now. Steve Bull has made a goal, but Guy Whittingham has scored one. But Bull has just earned this corner. Cook is across to take it. And we all know how dangerous Wolves, and particularly Bull, can be in these situations. Wesley came up, oh, and it was off the goal line virtually, I think. Knight came stretching for it, never really had a hope of reaching that wickedly curling ball. But Portsmouth have got away with it. Helped back again, but Kevin Ball getting it away, only as far as Steele though. Venus, Wolves want the ball pumped back into the penalty area again. Cook spreads it wide to Steele. Chamberlain with the interception. Good play by Chamberlain. And still Mark Chamberlain, great play by Chamberlain. He's got three men in the middle, all unmarked. And he picks out Gilligan, but not quite well enough. It's still running for Portsmouth though. Fillery now, and he was brought down. Well, Gilligan, Cool, and Whittingham were all unmarked then as Chamberlain broke, but quickly Wolves go at the other end with McLaughlin. And really this game is very exciting now. Here's Steele. Yet again, Steele wastes a good opening. Here's Chamberlain. Smashing play by Chamberlain. He's done so well here. Whittingham battling away for possession, and the free kick has gone Portsmouth's way, and the referee takes the advice of Frank Burrows about exactly why that tackle was illegal. The goal has brought Portsmouth and their supporters to life. They're now looking to win this game. And the pumping chimes ringing around Pratton Park as Black takes the kick. Bellamy heads it clear. Good play. This is Cook. It's a nice ball as well. Venus really getting forward a lot for Wolves on the left flank in this second half. Now finding Downing, and back it goes again to Venus. And clipped in towards McLaughlin. Black is in there. Bull is there as well. And the crowd getting value for their money in the second half. Here's Chamberlain. Good ball. Whittingham wants to take on Wesley, and he's done so, and lays it off to Fillery. Fillery forward, wasn't a very good ball though, and Thompson did well to control it. Well, both teams seemingly going for the winner here, neither prepared to settle for the draw, and that's going to make an exciting final 15 minutes. Wolves have been awarded the throw. Venus will take it. And gets it back again. And there he is again, and looking immensely strong as he goes through here. And Ball, in his attempt to put the ball away for a throw-in, has only given Wolves, rather unfortunately from Portsmouth's point of view, a corner. You see the way the wind's bending over the corner flag there. That's how strong it is into the faces of Portsmouth in this second half. Anderson seems to be down injured, so we'll get a slight break before Wolves have yet another corner. Corner it is then. And played in dangerously. Knight was in trouble, and Bull has done it again. Bull creating the danger on the near post. I think in the end it was Fillery, the unfortunate man, who actually made the final contact with the ball. Indeed it was, and Bull right behind him. Well, I suppose when Steve Bull is right behind you, you are entitled to panic, and Fillery did, and headed the ball clean as a whistle into his own net. And that's a real misfortune for Portsmouth, just as they looked as though they were getting back and had a hope of maybe even snatching the lead themselves. They now find themselves 2-1 down, 14 minutes to go. Well, Bull's presence for corner kicks in the first half and the second half have been instrumental in both the Wolves goals. It is then to the visitors. And remember, if they win tonight, they could go fourth. In fact, they will go fourth if they can hold on to this lead in the second division table. Wigley in possession. Warren Neal turns it forward. Chamberlain for Portsmouth. Put right behind him, and that's a corner. Well, let's hope that Portsmouth can be as effective as Wolves have been from corner kicks. They're going to need to get back on level terms straight away. Fillery, his own goal, has given Wolves the lead with the kick. Flipped on again, ball missed it, a shot by Gilligan, and well saved. What a splendid save that was by Kendall. Timmy Gilligan, most unfortunate then not to score the equaliser. He hit that shot well, it hit the ground, Kendall punched it over. Another corner. Kendall came and reached it first. Neal. Back into the danger area. Oh, Wesley got it away with a splendid header. He towered above everyone else then. Ellison struck in to bring the ball clear for Wolves. That's a good ball as well from McLaughlin. Downing. In towards Bull, but Ball always favourite to reach that first. That was a poor clearance by the Portsmouth skipper. Venus with the throw. Always looking dangerous again. Steele. Wesley. Sloppy clearance by big Shane Wesley. And his manager Graham Turner quickly off his feet then to tell him exactly where he should be playing the ball when he gets it in that position. And that wasn't where he meant. Black thumps it forward. Wesley heeds his manager's advice this time. Kept in play by Steele. And then forward from Thompson. Knocked away by Hogg. And the crowd really enjoying the closing stages of this game now. At least they were up to the moment when Wolves got their second, just as it looked as though Portsmouth might do the very same thing themselves. McLaughlin. Throw to Wolves. Thompson wants to take a long throw, I think. Ball is on the near post, and he was the target. He got up well. Black heads it back dangerously, and that could have been another own goal. Well, that could have been really fatal, and if it hadn't have been for the brave reactions of Alan Knight, Kenny Black would have been just as embarrassed as Mickey Fillery was earlier. Not quite sure what on earth he thought he was doing then. He was obviously trying to help it back to his goalkeeper, but it nearly went over his head. And he got a kick then as he went down at the feet of those two Wolves players. A very unpleasant one as well. And who would be a goalkeeper in a situation like that? He saved his teammates' embarrassment and kept his team alive. As a third goal now for Wolves would have been finished. But watch this kick. Oh, right on the side of the head. full entitled to go for the ball, I think, but wouldn't really have expected anybody to be quite that brave. And the veteran Portsmouth keeper has been such a great favourite down the years here, almost 10 years. Unpleasant kick then, and he will be very, very groggy indeed. At the other end, obviously anxious about his opposition player. Quite pleased with the score. And good to see that Alan Knight's all right again. Although the kick was not the best he's ever delivered, but Chamberlain got on the end of it. Gilligan. Headed clear by Bellamy. He comes now to McLaughlin. Steal now for Wolves. That's a good first-time ball, and Bull is onto it again. Good challenge, though. Kevin Ball, and Knight just managed to keep it in play. It would have been a corner otherwise. Pushed then by Wesley, I thought, on Gilligan. The referee hasn't given it, though. About 8 minutes to go, and Wolves leading here by 2-1. And the team which has won the 4th and 3rd Division Championships in successive seasons could be on their way to an important victory here, but Portsmouth are by no means finished here. Turned forward by Neal, headed away by Bellamy. This is Downing now for Wolves. Well, he knew exactly what he was doing. And poor Mickey Fillery, if the score remains this way, is the man who will have scored the goal that separates the sides. I'm sure he'd be the first to say it was that massive character of Bull right behind him that did the damage. And here's Bull again, but offside. Gilligan was fouled by Bellamy. 6 minutes on the watch. Portsmouth 1, Wolves 2. The free kick in quickly. And Martin Koo went in very high. Try and win it back. Here's Chamberlain. A little ball by Black. And Whittingham finding Chamberlain again. Now Martin Koo. It's a good ball out to Wigley. Neal in support. Down the line for Gilligan. It goes to Warren Neal. Good looking cross as well. Whittingham's up there, and the header carried no real power. Well won by Hogg. Now Neal took it down well, lifted forward. Wesley again, he's so big that he gets most of those headers. Fillery won it well, but suddenly it breaks for Bull. Oh, that's a good challenge again though by Hogg, and the second one, but still Wolves have possession now with Steele. McLaughlin in the middle, and Bull's there, and McLaughlin's there, and in the end it's Hogg who gets it clear. They live dangerously then, Portsmouth. Dennison is down injured, the Wolves midfield player in the centre circle as players continued here. Venus with the header. Exactly where Dennison is lying injured as it happens. He'll want to get out of the way there quickly. Chamberlain let the ball run on. Black just about kept it in play. And that's a splendid ball as well. Whittingham chasing it. Wesley sliced his clearance. And the ball has gone out, so Dennison will be able to receive treatment. And play will restart with a Portsmouth throw. And certainly Wolves have had their moments in this second half, although Portsmouth have enjoyed far more of the play. Bull then, with that header, could have made it 3. So certainly Portsmouth will be looking for the likes of Whittingham and Gillingham to really put the pressure on in these closing 5 minutes.
Supporters will think it's been a worthwhile journey at the moment. The play restarts with a Portsmouth throw, turned forward by Fillery. It's another throw, Wesley's clearance. Fillery really needs to get on with it. Wigley, fouled by Venus. Venus limps away. Fillery plays the free kick in towards the far post where Bellamy heads it clear. Now Martin Cool. Kevin Ball helped on again towards Whittingham. And Bellamy was the only player to really react. Portsmouth's throw. Wigley in possession. It's another throw. Portsmouth have committed virtually everyone forward now. Dying minutes of the game as they search for an equaliser. And indeed they've conceded a free kick which will waste another precious moment or two. Foul on Venus on the far side, giving Wolves a free kick. Time running short now for Portsmouth to try and rescue this, and their disappointing home record could continue here. They've done rather better away this season than here at Fratton Park. But they scored a late equaliser against Newcastle, one of the other leading teams in the division, and there's still hope that they could rescue this game. And the balance of play certainly in the second half. I think Portsmouth deserves something out of it. Turn by McLaughlin though. Bull wants it played to the far post, and there he is with a little backward header. Oh, cleared off the line. Could have been a great goal. He delivered that header absolutely perfectly. Still Wolves challenge. McLaughlin, who actually laid the ball on that, feeling that he deserves something out of that, but a goal kick is the outcome. Steve Bull just seems to have that ability to hang in the air when the ball is played into it. McLaughlin chipped it over. It was a lovely little ball. The way he accurately headed that, he knew exactly where that was going, and it was a good clearance. Still 2-1 to Wolves, and still they keep possession. Venus forward, good ball again, McLaughlin. And Mike came quickly, and the bouncing ball almost deceived him. Well, one back by Bellamy. This is Downing. Cook turns it forward just once more in hope rather than expectation. Going into the final minute here. Portsmouth need a touch of inspiration. Whittingham couldn't control it. Bellamy forward. Kevin Ball's header. That's good play. Fillery. Now one final attack perhaps. Neal. Wigley on the right. This is Fillery. Turned in towards Gilligan. And the defender knew exactly what he was doing then. Obviously got the shout from goalkeeper Kendall. Has already had a look at the watch. We are now into time being added. Kevin Ball's clearance. Is the time for one final charge by Portsmouth. At the moment, they're defending. Oh, and the header straight back to Ball. It was almost inevitable, wasn't it? He's played such an important part in this game, and now he's clinched the points for Wolves. back here to his own goalkeeper. He just delivered it straight to Steve Bull. You can't do that. 21 goals this season now. Steve Bull has had a hand in one way and another in all three of the Wolves goals. Portsmouth 1, Wolves 3. The goal coming in time being added for stoppages. And Wolves have got a very important 3 points here, which will lift them right to the very fringe of the promotion challenges in the second division. And Portsmouth's problems will continue here. Only their second defeat in 7-8 matches now since Frank Burrows took charge, and it'll just keep the anxiety going a little bit longer for the home team. And Wolves are buoyant now. Their supporters will definitely be regarding that long trip from the Black Country as very well worth the journey. Steve Bull is the man to make them celebrate. And Bull chasing again. Kevin Ball's header clear. Chamberlain. Forward by Fillery. Bellamy's clearance, a good one, and Bull chasing again with McLaughlin here. Oh, good play by Hogg. McLaughlin still there though, and then Ball gets it clear to Fillery. Black. He's having a lot of time, although I suppose we have had a couple of lengthy stoppages. Martin Koo playing the ball in the right direction this time. It was a great ball for Wigley as well, but Bellamy there to clear. So Wolves just controlling it now, knocking it about and enjoying this situation because they know that the points are safe for them. Denison's layoff. It's a good little one as well. Back to Venus. And then it goes to McLaughlin. It could easily have been a fourth goal for McLaughlin, who scored twice on Saturday. In a good shooting position then. Ball flicked through to him by Denison. And he pulled his shot across the face of the Portsmouth goal. And that proves to be the final action of the game. At times scrappy, but always exciting and interesting, particularly in the second half. The Wolves fans celebrate a 3-1 victory. Steve Bull just putting the icing on the cake at the end. It was his header that had enabled Bellamy to score in the first half, and his presence that forced Fillery into the own goal in the second half that really turned the game in Wolves' favour. Portsmouth must continue worrying a little bit longer in the bottom half of the table. Wolves' thoughts now will turn very definitely towards promotion. The final score, Portsmouth 1, Wolves 3.